Hot and dry across the center of the country, from the south to the north. Look, from Dallas to Oklahoma City, Omaha to Kansas City, the sunshine sticking around, temperatures in the upper 70s to upper 80s. Omaha, your high temperature in your AccuWeather forecast is 88 degrees today. It's going to feel more like summer than mid-April, and that feeling sticks around tomorrow as well. High temperatures across the region, from Omaha at 85 degrees to 80 in Wichita, even 77 in St. Louis, and 82 degrees in the Windy City. Now, here's the problem with all the heat and all the dry air. Fire weather. We are looking at red flag warnings and fire weather watches from Tucson to Albuquerque, Colby, Kansas, all the way to Grand Rapids, Michigan. That means use common sense, folks, for the 69 and more million of you under those alerts. Make sure you're not burning if there is a burn ban in your area, and just make sure you're not doing silly things like throwing cigarettes out of car windows. That can light up an area like that, and you don't want to be the cause of a fire. Now, we do gain some more moisture, but there's a little trick here. It's not going to be dry for long. Watch as we go through Thursday into Friday and Saturday. All of a sudden, you see the winds shift out of the south, and these areas of yellow start popping up across the country, from Chicago to Minneapolis, Kansas City, all the way down through East Texas. That moisture comes with our next upper level low, our next storm moving across the country. And remember, when we talk about clashing air masses this time of year, as these storms move, it's not just hot and cold, it's also wet and dry. And that's what we're going to be dealing with here in terms of Friday and the threat for severe weather as that clash of air masses happens. Des Moines to Omaha, Kansas City to Wichita, Oklahoma City to Dallas, San Angelo, and Waco. We have that potential on Friday and Friday night for severe weather. The area in yellow, your risk for some isolated storms, moderate in the orange, where storms could be more numerous. Let's break down the threats here. I think wind and hail will be your biggest issues. Hail will be really looking at the first half of our threats, so maybe late afternoon, I would say, to mid-evening on Friday. Wind remains the biggest issue without question. We could see some isolated pockets of flooding. Tornadoes, though, I think the setup isn't quite right to see spin-ups, at least any widespread issues with tornadoes. Now, as that storm moves further to the east, we do keep that risk for some isolated severe weather around Saturday afternoon and evening. From Chicago to Indianapolis, St. Louis, all the way to Little Rock and Houston. Make sure you're staying weather aware. Those threats remain very similar, with flooding, downpours, hail, and more than anything, damaging wind gusts between 55 and 65 miles per hour. Your AccuWeather local storm max is 75 miles per hour, so if we see some reports in that range, it would not be a surprise. Stay weather aware, and we'll be here to guide you through the storms.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out these other videos here and be sure to subscribe for new content and the latest weather news from AccuWeather.